Hey, visibility hackers, welcome back to the channel. I've had such a great time chatting with John Dargy from Web Meeting Pro in our home studio series. If you haven't already checked those out, definitely head on over. I'll put a card up in the top to the playlist so you can check that out. We've been looking at cameras, we've been looking at microphones, and we're going to be looking at a lot more of the home studio experience coming up. But our conversation has led me down what I'm going to call a tech tangent. This may become its own series unto itself, but I am in love with my wireless microphone, and I wanted to show you some of the awesome accessories that I've picked up that really elevate the experience of the Rode wireless microphones. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. I'll see you on the other side, and let's talk about wireless mics. All right, now before we dive into all of the awesome accessories that I've picked up for my microphones, let's talk about the Rode wireless microphones themselves. I have the Rode Wireless and the Rode Wireless 2 microphones, so let's take a little minute to have a conversation about the differences between them, because I didn't really understand until I picked up the Wireless 2 and started playing around and saw what was possible and what wasn't. So with the Rode wireless microphones, you get one receiver and one transmitter. In the Rode Wireless 2 microphones, you get two transmitters. That means two microphones and one receiver. This is fantastic because it allows you to broaden the scope of your content. So if you're going to be interviewing people, each of you can have your own microphone now. If you want to go out and do longer filming days, for example, you now have two microphones that you can switch between while one charges, for example. They're really great devices. They're lightweight, and the microphone can simply just clip right onto your shirt, for example, just like this. If you look really closely at the device itself, you can see that it's actually a microphone. You don't need any fancy attachments. So you might see people with their microphones sitting here in different pieces of content, but I'm going to show you how to elevate your experience with these really cool wireless mics. So without further ado, let's have our question of the day. I want to know just straight off the bat, are you using a wireless microphone? Are you using the Rode Wireless or the Wireless 2 microphones, or do you have a different solution? Or maybe you are still wired in. Let us know about your microphone situation because I'd love to help you out with that. So, without further ado, it's actually time to get into my top 5 favorite accessories for the Rode wireless microphones. My first favorite accessory is very hard to see actually. So, the microphone units have these little clips, and you can kind of clip them onto your shirts and stuff like that. Well, I don't trust this clip very much because I've had them slip off in the past. So I found a fantastic solution. It's simply a magnetic clip that allows you to clip your microphone onto your shirt. I don't love it for a lapel unless you have like structured lapels like a men's jacket or something, but this is fantastic for sticking your microphone pack to the back of your shirt or your pants, and really tucking it out of the way if you're using a lav microphone. What was that? A lav microphone? Yeah, that's number 2 on my list is what we have right here, my Britney Spears moment. This is actually 2 different accessories in one. The cool thing about the Rode wireless microphones is that you can use them unto themselves as a microphone, as we've already discussed, but you can also plug in a lav microphone. So one of these little guys, you can tuck it under your shirt, or you can use another one of my favorite accessories, which is this headset. This is directly from Rode microphones. This is the large size. I definitely should have picked up the medium size, but I love it. It's just a simple headset that clips on over your ears and keeps your microphone in a great position. So those 2 combined, I say, is my second favorite accessory. Now, my third favorite accessory is this thing right here. This is the most expensive cable I have ever purchased, but it was worth every penny. So one thing that you can do with the Rode Wireless 2 microphones that you can't do with the originals is you can hook them up via this cable. So this is a USB-C to Lightning cable, but you have to buy the right one so that it'll actually transmit the sound from your microphone into your smartphone, in this case, into an iPhone. Oh my goodness, this has changed the game. This has expanded my ability to use my microphones in so many ways. I have always had to connect my microphones to my cameras, and now I can actually connect it to my smartphone, and I can go about and create some great content with great audio now. This is a game changer for my content. So keep your eyes on the channel. Maybe use this opportunity to remind you to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join us here, and maybe you'll be able to figure out what content was shot using this fantastic cable, my Rode wireless microphones, and simply a smartphone, because here we're about options, not excuses. All right, let's get back into my favorite accessories. So let's recap. 1, we have the magnetic clips. I love them. 2, we have a lav mic and headphones or a headset. 3rd is the cable that you can use to attach your microphones to your smartphones. And now let's get into number 4. This, oh man, I didn't know how much I needed this until I picked it up. So when you have all of these devices, they're wireless and the batteries are embedded into the device itself, which means you have to charge it. And so I would have the 3 units with the Rode Wireless 2 plus the 2 units from the regular Rode Wireless microphone. So that's 5 different units that I'd have to plug in and charge. And that was taking A, a ton of space, and B, a ton of my time. And I needed to look for a more convenient way to charge everything. And so off of Amazon, I picked up this little case, which inside has spots for 3. So that's all of the Rode Wireless 2 devices, for example. And it only has to plug in once. So I can save tons of space on my desk. This has its own battery embedded in it as well. So when I go on the road, because I can now that I have my ability to shoot from my smartphone, right? I'm on the road way more often. And so I can charge them on the go, which is an absolute game changer. And now you want my favorite. Oh, all of the accessories I ever purchased. Okay, so it comes in, I bought 2 different things that together make this the coolest thing in the world. So first thing, straight from Rode, one of my favorite accessories. I had no idea this even existed, but you can buy a microphone. So if I wanted to go on the road and do some interviews, this is the best accessory. So if we take off the foam head, we can see that there's actually no microphone here. It's just a holder. What you're going to do is take one of your Rode microphone parts, and remember that clip on the back? Well, not only is that clip going to use to be held onto your clothing, you can slide it into your cold shoe, but you can also slide it in here on the microphone, just like that. It sits nice and securely. Then you pop your windscreen on and bam, you have a microphone, which is fantastic because you can have one of the microphones working on you, and then you can walk around and interview your guests. Now, of course, I'm a little bit extra, so you want to see how I took this microphone to the next level? Fantastic. Well, I made a custom microphone flag. So now I can go around interviewing people and continue to stay fully branded. What a game changer. These microphones have been incredible at providing great audio quality for my content, as well as giving me the flexibility to go out away from my studio to move around and to explore a little bit more. Now, of course, there's downsides to all of these microphones, but for me, this is absolutely worth the trade-off. So I highly recommend the Rode Wireless 2 microphones. There's so much more that you can do with them. It's worth every penny, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or jokes of the knock knock variety, then definitely put them down in the comments. I will see you again next time. And until I do, remember I love you. Be excellent to each other. Just go live. Your people are waiting for you.